right here on this program. That'd be The Drive with Stoerner and Hughley. Right around this time, we do a little stock up, stock down. Texans, of course, 1-3, finally getting in the win column this past Sunday against the Titans, now heading into Baltimore for Week 5. And that's what we're talking with the stocks this week. Starting with you, Clint Stoerner, Old Dirty Red. What is your stock down? I want to get the negatives out of the way first. Stock down for the Houston Texans heading into Baltimore for Week 5.
I got a good one, and I feel pretty good about this. It's not easy to find a stock down after you go and you beat up on the lowly Tennessee Titans. But I got one that kind of dates back, I think, and we this is great coming on the heels of the D'Amico Ryans audio, because he did exactly why I think this is why my stock down makes sense. I'm going to go with Tim Settle and Foley Fatukasi. If I'm Tim Settle and I'm Foley Fatukasi, I'm a big part of going out there and giving up 30 rushes for 169 yards to the Jacksonville Jaguars. No, it was Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah, Tampa.
And since then, Ron, it seems like all everybody wants to talk about is Tommy Togiai. I mean, if you're a D lineman right now and you are of that group that was thought to be kind of the first and second wave of defensive linemen to come in there, you have got to be fed up with Tommy. You got to be sick and tired of hearing about Tommy Togiai and everything he does. He's always right. He does this right. And guess who we call on when we get ran through like mess through a goose? Guess who we call on? Tommy. So I got to go with them top two guys, top 3 or 4 guys if we're being honest. But Tim Settle and Foley Fatukasi, why ain't we talking about them boys when it comes to slowing down the run? Why ain't we talking about them boys when we're talking about hand placement and being where you're supposed to be and anchoring down and keeping from getting set in the lap of your linebackers? So I got to go stock down with them. I mean,
yeah, you might want to go back and check that Tampa Bay Buck tape. If you see why they're not talking about that.
Well, no, I got a good feeling why. I mean, D'Amico's all but telling us. But, boy, I tell you, man, their stock's got to be down because the other fellas appears to be sky high.
As I said, want to get these negatives out of the way first on a little stock up, stock down today on the drive. Stoerner, Hughley, we just got Stoerner's stock down for the Texans heading into Week 5. We're on the show, Hughley, stock down for you as you look at this Texans-Ravens matchup.
Yeah, we talked about it a little earlier in the show. If you missed it, check it out at 2 o'clock. Mine is Christian Kirk. Again, Week 1, you fool me once. I don't know now, whatever George said, but his impact is not at all what I thought it would be.
Fool me, we can't get fooled again.
Thanks, George. And not at all what they need it to be honest with you. And to me, there is nothing about Christian Kirk that would make me, as a defensive coordinator, feel like I need to loosen up any kind of coverage on Nico Collins. Now, hell, I guess if it's 2nd and 33, I'll go man-to-man coverage, bump and run here with no help behind me, but whatever. But there's nothing that is being done around Nico Collins that makes me scream, I need to loosen up coverage. And Christian Kirk, I will give some grace with the injury because hamstring, obviously, for him, that there may be a mental thing to get over that, or he may be sore. Who knows? Hopefully in the next few weeks we see a more improved version of Christian Kirk that has more impact to the team. But right now, his impact is not at anywhere close to where they need it to be.
The speculation.
We got them negatives out of the way. You are listening to The Drive with Stoerner and Hughley every Wednesday right around 3:30 p.m. Right now, right around this time, we do stock up, stock down. Now on to those positives. Heading into Week 5 for the Texans. Sticking with you, Ron, the show, what is your stock up for the Texans as they head into Baltimore?
Well, Tyler, there's a lot of places to go. Woody Marks seems to be the clear one. I see a lot of people texting that one in. But Clint mentioned him, and I told you, they have been struggling big time, to find consistency up there, and it really came to a head in the Tampa game. And I'm certain, Clint, Tommy wasn't active for that game. He's now been active for the Jacksonville game and then the Tennessee game. And, it's hard not to see 072 out there kind of making an impact. And it's weird. They talked about him so glowingly during training camp. It's almost a surprise that they said the first 2 weeks they weren't going to have him active. Now he's been active, and he has been. I think there's an argument to, Edwards Jr., Tim Settle, Foley, all the guys you named up there, that he is the most consistent player up there. He actually gets a push from the inside on pass rush downs as well. He's been really good, and since this is stock up, stock down, I think his playing time is going to continue to rise with the way he's been playing.
That's right.
Stock up, stock down. Put a lid on this thing for us, Dirty Red. Clint Stoerner, what is your stock up for the Texans heading into Baltimore, sir?
I can't go with anybody but one man, and that is Dalton Schultz. The hell I gave this man, the expectations that are placed upon him when he came down 45 from Dallas to Houston, had a decent little first year, wet the bed last year. It was rough. And it was rough to start this year. It was rough at times in training camp to go out and execute the way he executed this. Every time I see a highlight or every time I turn the film back on to check something, 86 jumps off, and the effort, the energy, the physicality, the want to, the no quit, all of that stuff is absolutely beautiful. And boy, does this team ever need it. 3 of the top 4 tight ends, he being the fourth of the top guys, not fourth in order, but 4 tight ends with this team, him being the only one healthy, can't come out of the game, needs to stay in the game. The offensive line being retooled, he's a guy that needs to be the tip of the spear when it comes to showing extra physicality and being better than expected. Big weekend for Dalton Schultz. I don't know that his stock, for me personally, I don't know that his stock's ever been higher as a Texan.
And listen, Clint, obviously we know D'Amico and Nick Caley and all of them, they watch the film more than we do, watch the tape more than we do, and know the player and see it. I think it's a clear thing we learned on Sunday, maybe even before that is, hey, man, get this guy involved early. And then the other parts of his game, I think he will show a level of interest in as well. And sometimes it looked like he didn't even seem to be interested in the physical part of the game. And then, as you said, he did not a good job just for, a Dalton Schultz. He did a good job from a tight end perspective in terms of setting the edge and then going and get guys. So get him involved in all ways.